Hi, I'm Ken Kessler, and welcome to the Sounds of Christmas podcast. If you're new to this podcast, I want to start by saying thanks for joining us. If you're not new, welcome back. Either way, I'm glad you're here. Now, to avoid any confusion, I want to start off by saying there won't be any music played here. This is a place for conversation. I'll talk about Christmas music and some related topics, sometimes by myself and sometimes with guests. If you're looking for music, just go to soundsofchristmas.com and click on the tree or the player on the front page or on the Listen Now page. We play the best variety of Christmas music all year long. Well, except in October, when we play the best variety of Halloween music. I've been going back and forth on the topic for this episode for just over a month now. I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't want to devolve into another instance of me bashing traditional radio, which I do too much, and I'm hoping to change that going forward. Have I had a change of heart? Altered my opinion? Feeling a need to apologize? No, not at all. I would simply add that, especially as far as the airing of Christmas music goes, traditional radio is just not for me. And before I climb back on my soapbox and start bashing again, let's shift into this episode's topic. A gentleman named Matthew J. Fitzgerald posted a blog on his website on December 26th of 2022. Its title was A Tale of 187 Christmas Songs, How I Logged Nearly Every Song on Chicago's Christmas Station. I don't know Mr. Fitzgerald and have not communicated with him. Well, I did email him, but I never heard back, so I don't know if he's too busy, didn't want to respond, or if he just never even got my email. Here's the short version of what Mr. Fitzgerald did. He felt that traditional radio played the same Christmas songs over and over, and he wanted to try and prove it to see if he was right. He's a computer programmer, and he created an app that logged every song a station played up through Christmas Day. Now, that's a pretty big oversimplification of what he did. I have a link for his blog in the show notes of this episode, so you can click over there and read it yourself, get all the specifics of exactly what he did and how. Basically, he logged every song a Chicago radio station played to determine how many unique songs were played and how many times each unique song aired. Unique song means a specific version of a specific song. So Bing Crosby's White Christmas would be one unique song, even if it was played 100 times. The Drifters' version of White Christmas would be another unique song, and so on. What he found was that this radio station, 93.9 Light FM in Chicago, played a total of 187 unique songs between November 2nd and Christmas Day. Now, this station is owned by iHeartRadio, and I can tell you from doing my own research on radio station Christmas playlists that most, if not all, of their stations nationwide, the ones that go all Christmas in November, have very similar playlists. In addition to 187 unique songs for the entire season, Mr. Fitzgerald also found that the station played, on average, 173 songs per day. With most Christmas songs clocking in around 3 minutes, he found that the station played less than 9 hours of music in a 24-hour period. By contrast, the Sounds of Christmas played 405 songs on the first day of the new season this past year, which would have been November 1st. Of those 405 songs, 18 were played more than once in that 24-hour period. That means that on that one day, the Sounds of Christmas played 387 unique songs. So in one day, the Sounds of Christmas played more than twice the number of unique songs that many traditional radio stations played during the entire holiday season. And using the same math Mr. Fitzgerald used of assigning about 3 minutes per Christmas song, Sounds of Christmas played just over 20 hours of music in a 24-hour period. I suppose this is the part where I should do my touchdown dance, shout, "We're number one," and tell the folks at home that now I'm going to Disneyland. Not going to do that, though. For one thing, it's not exactly a fair comparison. Traditional radio stations do play a lot more commercials than the Sounds of Christmas does, but I'm also pretty sure their overhead is much greater than mine. And it's not all commercials. Traditional radio stations spend a significant amount of time keeping their listeners informed about news, traffic, and weather. By the way, when people who listen to traditional radio are asked why they listen to a particular station, most actually say news, traffic, and weather. more than any particular kind of music or anything music related. Be that as it may, traditional radio stations that go all Christmas in November do play a lot of the same songs over and over. Most of us already knew that, and Mr. Fitzgerald's blog merely confirmed it with the data in detail. However, and you may already know this, a lot of people like what traditional radio stations do at Christmas. They like that familiarity, knowing their favorite Christmas songs are coming up again today and again tomorrow and again the day after that. There's comfort there, nostalgia. And for people who like that, there's Christmas magic. We don't all celebrate the season the same. And as far as Christmas music goes, some listen the moment Halloween is over, some wait until Thanksgiving, some wait until December, and some of us listen as much as we can, no matter what the calendar says. We also don't like the same kind of Christmas music, and that doesn't make any of us wrong or right. Sounds of Christmas doesn't have a monopoly on Christmas music. Lots of people enjoy tuning into their favorite local radio station, anticipating Andy Williams and Mariah Carey, getting to hear those songs, and then knowing that they're going to get to hear them again soon. If you doubt that, check the ratings. In mid to late January, radio ratings were released for the last part of 2022, and traditional radio stations that went all Christmas in November did well. Really well. Better than their competition by a lot. So while some, and I'm included in this, like to shake their fists at traditional radio and tell them how wrong they are, many others just simply like what they're doing. I started the Sounds of Christmas station because I love Christmas music, lots of different kinds of Christmas music, and I thought there might be others who felt the same. Over the years, I found that millions all over the world do feel the same, but it's not for everyone. If Christmas music to you is Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra, and Percy Faith, or maybe some new stuff, but nothing more recent than Elton John, the Carpenters, and the Eagles, then what this station in Chicago did and what many others did all over the country is probably right up your alley. And that's okay. Not that I'm some great arbiter of what's good and bad about listening to Christmas music. I just feel like there's a place for everybody, no matter what your idea of Christmas music is like. Do you like the new stuff? There's someone playing that. Like the classics? Plenty of choices there. Like to hear your favorites every day, all season long? Lots of places to hear that too. While I've been recording this, I noticed the Sounds of Christmas played songs by Tori Kelly, Al Green, Straight No Chaser, Johnny Maestro and Brooklyn Bridge, the New Christy Minstrels, and Ariana Grande. And I'm getting ready to play Al Martino, the Backstreet Boys, Josh Groban, Rick Astley, Engelbert Humperdinck, the Beatles, and Les Brown and his band of renown. Some people will hear that list and think it's kind of cool, or at least refreshing. Others want to know where Johnny Mathis, Bobby Helms, and the Beach Boys are. They simply want to hear the hits. While Mr. Fitzgerald certainly proved his point in his blog that his local radio station was playing the same songs over and over, I'd simply say that they wouldn't keep doing that if people weren't listening. And now, more than ever before, there are lots of other places you can go to find the mix of Christmas music that's right for you. Thanks so much for listening and for continuing to support the Sounds of Christmas station and podcast. Anytime you're ready for Christmas music, we're ready for you. Just go to soundsofchristmas.com and click on the tree or the player on the front page or on the Listen Now page. You can also grab our app in the Google Play Store and take the music with you wherever you go. And as far as this podcast goes, we're now on lots of podcasting sites. So if you didn't find us on your favorite today, just check in the show notes for the link to the Sounds of Christmas link tree, and you'll be able to connect to us wherever you like to stream and download podcasts. Then you can subscribe, and you'll never miss another episode. If you have comments or suggestions on this episode, previous episodes, or the Sounds of Christmas station, feel free to reach out to me on social media or through the website. Thanks again. And may you always believe in Santa Claus.